Hello everyone, my name is Beckett and welcome back to the channel. And today in Division 2, we're going to be checking out Cassie Mendoza, Division 2's secret vendor, and seeing if she has anything worth buying, anything worth saving for the optimization station. And again, I believe you guys can read, so we're not going to go over every stat. But before we get started, if you enjoy the content, hit that subscribe, smash that like button, do whatever you can. And I would like to apologize, they are doing construction outside of my house, so if you hear it, I can't really control that. I've been trying to wait, but it looks like they are not going anywhere. Alright, the first thing we have is the Surge. Now this is a great skill build rifle. It comes with perfect spike. Headshots grant plus 25% skill damage for 15 seconds. Don't ever worry about the stats with this. Mainly we are using this gun to proc that skill damage. It is worth noting though, the capacitor edges this out by quite a bit. But let's say you're running a build that you can't always keep those stacks up, then it is definitely worth using. Or you're running a build that you can't keep in sync up at all times, then it will definitely be worth picking up for you. Next we have the Forge. Now it looks really nice, but that plus 50% shield health just adds 50% on your base shield. So let's say if you have different things and you're up to 2 million, it's not going to put it up to 3 million. It's just going to add a little bit, and it's kind of a bit of a letdown. There are other better choices if you really want to pump up your shield. Next we have the Hunter's Fury backpack, a little over mid-tier rolls. Usually this backpack I would just say pass, just because the main talent really is not worth picking up unless you're trying to do a CC Hunter's Fury build, and I don't know why you're doing that, but let me know what's going on. Tip of the Spear. We have another mid-tier rolls. Like I said, we can find better rolls out in the world. This is a very fun build to use. Next, we have another Tip of the Spear, and I would just pass on these gloves. It's just not that good of a roll. Like I said, anything under like 12%, you can usually find out in the open world with like an hour of farming. We have the knee pads for the Eclipse Protocol. Very great set. Still one of the best status effect builds in the game. We also have a Striker holster. Another mid-tier roll. Not too bad. Same kind of like about a little bit over mid-tier. If you really need it, pick it up, but I would honestly pass on that. And then we have the Rigger. Now, I haven't really tested this out, but I hear it's really good with Flamethrower, just a little bit of a CC build, and you can just spam out that Flamethrower over and over and over again. I've yet to try it out, but I am looking forward to making a build and testing it out for you guys. Other than that, that's all we have from Cassie today. Now, if you are looking or trying to locate her, you have to first locate the Snitch. And if you are looking for him, if you stay tuned after this, you'll be able to see a few locations, and I'll also leave a card you guys can click on so you can look at the full video in its entire context. And don't forget, I always do build videos, tutorials, Division 2 news, everything for old players to new players and everything in between. And thanks again for watching. To get to Cassie Mendoza and get her sweet goods, we need to find the Snitch, aka Jared Nash, and he's randomly about the map in different places, but he always has the same spawn location, so he'll always be in the same places, but he's just going to be in different places. There's different maps and stuff you can find throughout the internet and online through Reddit and stuff like that, but they really don't help. There's a few spots where we can always find him, and I'm going to show you how to do that. The best spots where I always find him, I went through about 50, 60 different locations where I've seen online where people, oh, he's always here. No, he's never here. And the map doesn't help. They said that there'll be activities throughout the map and it will disappear when you get close to him. But it's not that easy because you can only see the question marks above his head when you're like 20, 30 feet away from him. But we're going to find him, and it's not going to be that hard. And the trickiest part is going to be to complete his bounty that he drops. So let's get started and show you where he's at, guys. All right, guys. First place we're going to stop by and try to find the Snitch at is at the Truman Safe House. It's in Foggy Bottom, and we're going to be looking for him right next to a little lockbox directly across the street, directly to the west. You can see right where I marked it. So if you have not unlocked that or have not found it yet in the world, it's not going to show up. So just click on the map there and just start walking there. It's really easy to find. There'll be a couple trucks around the area, as you'll see. All right, once you run up the hill, it'll be right on our left. You'll see the lockbox, and you can just usually shoot up the fence. I usually come here first every time because it's new day, refresh, get free loot. Maybe I get something, but usually never get anything else. And Jared Nash, or the Snitch, he'll be right behind there, right behind this truck. As you can see, you got to be really close to see him, guys. He won't even pop up unless you're like 20 feet away from him. And there he is. Luckily, we got him right when we headed to the Truman house. And we're going to accept his bounty. Once you complete that bounty, we'll be able to find Cassie. But I'm going to go into more detail in a sec. We're going to go into a couple other locations. Okay, the next location is going to be the Lincoln Memorial. And we're going to just fast travel straight to that spawn point. And as soon as we get there, we're just going to turn around and we're just going to start running down, heading towards the Washington Monument. Just heading down there. We're going to hug the right side. We're going to see like a little forest, a group of trees, and we're just going to keep running. Usually he's not here, but every once in a while he will be. One thing to note is if he's in combat or there's any like fighting NPCs fighting with each other around the map, we're not going to be able to find him. But today he was here. Usually when there's nobody here, he'll always be here. But if there's just one NPC, just one dude hanging out, he gets skittish and he runs away. I think it's just part of it. If there's any combat, he just won't spawn in. I don't know why it is, but let's move on to the next spot. All right, our third spot is going to be over in DZ East. We're not going to actually go into DZ. We're just going to go to the checkpoint, and the checkpoint is called Charlie Checkpoint. It's the northernmost one up top. You'll be able to find it, and we're just going to leave and head out the door, and we're just going to start heading directly to our right, and you're going to see some ladders up on the side of the building. Yep, right up there, and we're going to climb up. And he's going to be up inside these office buildings. Usually would probably be able to see him right now if he was there, but I don't think he is there this time. So hopefully he's there next time, but I usually don't find him here, but every once in a while you get lucky and it's a really close spot. All right, guys, we are on the final spot, and this is probably the best spot to find the Snitch any time of the week. If you come here Tuesday, right when the servers reset, I almost find him here every single time. Sometimes I'll just log out and come back to this spot, and it's really easy to find him. So we are heading to 1040 Safe House, and we are going to be going out the southeast exit today. And it's really hard to miss. This guy's really easy to find and almost there probably 90% of the time. I'd say 9 out of 10 times I come to look for him, he is here. So I would always check here. I just like to check the Truman house just because, you know, there's always loot. So we're just going to head out of the southeast exit and just run straight ahead, going down this windy little path, and we're going to end up taking our left. I ended up taking a little detour because I had tunnel vision and I can't stay on track at all. So we'll head back, but when we go down that path, we're just going to head left, and we're just going to go straight ahead, and we're going to take our very next left, and you'll just see a little gate, and you'll run through, and we're going to run through all the way to the end, and eventually you'll see that little green triangle over his head, and he's back here, and there's a weapon box that you can open too, and you'll see him there, and we're just going to accept his bounty, and we're going to grab it. If you already did the bounty, great. And you just got to go and head over to Cassie.